Hey everybody, it's Carrie. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today, guys, is birthday vlog week's day 11. So, guys, I decided that I'll do a story time. So, guys, I'm gonna do a story time about my birth song. In case you guys are new to my channel, you guys don't know too much because I'm always playing my hair, so that's a disclaimer. Anyway, guys, I was born 1 pound, 12 ounce, and given 12 hours to live. And most of my relatives were just sad because, hello, who gives a baby 12 hours to live? Let's do, guys, let's get into the story time. So, guys, my mother wasn't supposed to have me until May 25th. About a week before, really, the latest month of my mother's pregnancy. I was born at 23 weeks. Oh, sorry, I got 25. I was born at 25 weeks. If you count out, I was born at 25 weeks. Yeah, guys. So anyway, my mother said the last few weeks or so, maybe like the last month, guys. My hands are really crinkly because I washed them. Anyway, guys, I was born at 25 weeks, and I couldn't like really breathe yet on my own. I couldn't like eat on my own. I had to have breathing machines. Anyway, my mom went. It was her baby shower. My mom's best friend Jerry, who's a lady, by the way. I know it's so confusing. We used to call her Grandma Jerry. Like Auntie Jerry or something. They used to call her. I think we called her Auntie Jerry. She's my mom's old best friend, who lived around up the street from us. Okay. Yep. So we were. Say we were here. She'd be like up there across the street. Anyway, guys, she threw my mom a baby shower now because it was the men's day because it was my mom's baby shower day. And the food and all, and it was Jerry's husband, Steve's birthday. So the guys were all celebrating Steve's birthday. It was always the perfect time to have Shelly's baby shower, right? Like, come on. Perfect time to have Michelle's baby shower, right? Everyone together, congratulations, Shelly, everything is starting up. And all of a sudden, you know, well, first, guys, my mom said, well, yeah, I have an OBGYN appointment, you know, for the baby. And they said, great. We'll have the shower after the OBGYN appointment, the gynecologist appointment. She was like, okay, no, fine. So my grandma and my mom and my aunt come out. Grandma came with my mom, and they all went together because I guess, I might as well stop you guys, I'm sorry today. Then they go with her for, I guess, to see how the baby was progressing and to make sure everything was done. And the doctor had warned my mother that, the doctor actually, guys, all the way up, my mother's pregnancy, we kept saying, no, my mother had multiple sclerosis, if you guys are not aware and don't know me personally, which can affect, sorry guys, again, can affect everything about the pregnancies, about your body. MS is a monster. Anyway, all of my mother's other pregnancies were not normal. My brother even, I don't want to talk about Derek on here, it's not my business to talk about, but anyway, Derek even at the end was not a normal pregnancy, and my mom used to have to get shots with us with me towards the end. The whole, like, because her blood kept thickening. Now, the weird thing is, in the beginning of this happening, very beginning of pregnancy, my mom's pregnancy went normal. She did not need shots. She was fine. It was just the last month or so where things started to go rocky. I would say if I was 125, 24, around 21 weeks, things started to get rocky. Around 23 weeks. Now, guys, I'm sorry, like I said, 21 weeks, things started to get rocky. Things were not looking good. My mom needed to start taking the blood thinners again. So then her blood out, because my mom had blood clots before, and her blood would get thick, and with the MS and all, she had lost like 3 other babies before my brother. So this occurred. And they were afraid with us that we would result in a miscarriage. Plus, my mother was almost in her almost late 30s when she had me. Which is like, wow, my mother was like 37. So I have a few more years to go before I have to worry about a baby. Because I want a baby too. But whatever. Anyway, they had to start giving my mother medications and all those things were starting to decline. She needed more sugar. Now, guys, here's the thing. That may have been a hint that I was hypoglycemic even before the blood transfusion. Anyway, guys, I was born very, anyway, my mom had to go in for her OBGYN appointment. Auntie Jerry was hosting mom's baby shower, and Auntie Jerry got a very hysterical phone call from my mother. She couldn't understand it. Anyway, then my aunt had to call her back and say, look, Shelly's coming in now. Gina's umbilical cord is around her neck. Guys, hold on. I'm going to snap this my knees. Excuse that. Gina's umbilical cord is around her neck, which was originally my name. Gina Ann's umbilical cord is around her neck. And they don't know how to get it out. And she was like, what? It's what? This sonogram, and sure enough, my umbilical cord is right around my neck, hanging me one time. There's a constant umbilical cord around her neck. We gotta go, we gotta get her out. And as they're going in, they induced my mother. Oh, actually, guys, I was actually in the birth channel. I don't know how this is possible. How did I get out of the birth channel back into the womb? I don't know how that happened, supposedly 3 times. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, I started to induce my mother. I came down and umbilical cord wrapped around my neck a second time, making the cord shorter so I could not come out vaginally. So they waited a while still. My heartbeat started to go up. Things were starting to go down. Things were just going, woo. So they tried it again to induce her a third time to go vaginal, go VBAC after C-section. My brother was born cesarean. And then when they went to do it again, my umbilical cord wrapped a third time. At this point, literally strangling me near death. Now, guys, I don't have any pictures of this video to show you guys, but I have done story times where I show you guys my baby pictures and all. I don't look... If you guys look at these videos, I like to do one day, guys. I don't look like a baby. I look like a little doll. I look like when my baby doll just shut eyes. Like, all pink and like little chew in my eyes. Doesn't look right. Anyway, guys, they had to induce my mother again, and eventually they realized that I wasn't coming out vaginal, and my brother was born C-section. So they rushed my mother into the emergency room, into the OR, split her open, got me out. Now, my mother told me herself, one of the scariest moments of her life, when she was laying there praying and basically crying that I would not die. And they said my grandma and my aunt were with her. And they said, no, Shell, she's going to be okay. We came too close to lose this baby. My mother had miscarriages where and my 2 cousins passed away before I was born, who my parents, basically raised. And so, of course, they were upset. And all this was going on, y'all. My dad worked right in that hospital. And they called him. They were like, hey, Bobby, yeah, your wife's in labor. You need to come. No, they didn't. You think they would have done that? No. My mom's doctor even flagged up my dad's boss. He's like, you need to get Bobby right now. You need to get him right now. Bert needs to come immediately. He needs to come right now. Bert needs to get here. His wife is in labor. And my father's real name, by the way. Very similar. Yes, it is, but in a different language. You need to get here. Rupert's wife's in labor. You need to get here. Anyway, guys, when it came down to it, I had a newborn C-section with my umbilical cord around my neck, had to be cut off. And when I was laying there in the NICU unit, an accident occurred. And guys, side note, I have a condition called nystagmus that makes my eyes move. I can move them now. I'm just starting out. Guys, I move my eyes myself. It's very difficult. It took me almost 30 years to do that. Anyway, guys, my feeding tube, or oxygen tube, we don't know which one it was, got out and rammed right into my eye. They actually thought I was going to have my left eye amputated because of how it, rammed in. So anyway, it's a very embarrassing part was they decided during my fiasco of tragedy to lay me in the NICU unit with my diaper off, my Pampers off, with my legs spread open. Oh my gosh, they did this to my brother too, but it was funny when it was him supposedly, but not with me. Okay. How sexy that? When it was Derek, it was fine, but with me, it was horrible. Anyway, my dad, who was working at that hospital as a mailman at the time, I don't want to say hospital for privacy reasons, heard a rumor about this woman who went in and had to have the baby C-section with her umbilical cord wrapped around the baby's neck, and that little baby is now laying there nude. My father actually said to his boss, if that was my child, I would sue I would sue. That is horrible. I hope that father sues. Anyway, my father's on his way home from work. He's another day. He must have had baby showers. He comes to baby shower, and a neighbor comes running out. All our neighbor ladies are running out. They're all hugging him. And Rita was my mom's friend next door. She's like, oh, congratulations, Bert. She's hugging him and congratulating him. He's like, what for? She was like, were you there? Did you know? And he was like, what happened? She said, Connie was born. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, she was born around 7:15. There's some bad news. You need to get there you need to get your wife. I don't want to tell you, you need to get your wife. Anyway, my dad comes to the hospital was my wife admitted? What? And they said, yes. They said, but there was an accident. My father's like, what do you mean? Her left eye may have to be amputated. He's like, no, you're not. No. This is, no. No, wait, what? And he lays there, and this little baby laying there. It looks like a doll. I should show you guys the pictures. I don't even look like a human baby. My dolls look better than me. Some of my guys don't know, for new to my channel, I'm an adult doll collector. My dolls look bigger than me in that NICU. I look like a baby doll to shut eyes, like laying there. I look like Courtney or May laying there. I mean, I wouldn't say Christian or... Yeah, because Christian has hair, so I didn't look that bad. I had hair though, but my hair was very dark when I was born. I went red when I was about a year old or so. Anyway. And there I was, just laying there, completely nude, with no clothes on. And then my grandma's there, and my aunts are like, the baby was born. And then, guys, when I tried my family in, they were told my parents I would only live 12 hours because babies that are micropreemie, which is the word for it today, we are not given high standards of, like, how long we're going to live. And we're given normally very, very low. And my brother, Derek, his real name, was actually in preschool or somewhere, I think it was in school. And my mom's friend went to get him. And she was all like, congratulations, honey, gave him a hug. He said, I know the best man for the job. I know the best boy for the job. He said, what? She said, your sister was born. And of course, he was like, oh, wow, I want to go see her. I want to go see her. But they couldn't because of my condition, guys. I was in a heat shield. I was given 12 hours to live. They told all of my friends and family to come visit me. All my parents' friends, I have friends with infant addiction, to come visit me, all of my family. And the funny thing, guys, they weren't going to let my mom's best friend's parents in. And this is the sad thing because of how they said they couldn't have been family when they came. Yeah, guys, they were kind of like grandparents to us for a while. Just because of the color of their skin, they weren't going to let them in. When my mom went in, my mom actually called her my mom's second parents. She was called my second parents, but my grandma was there. My grandpa had already passed away. Both my other side had completely passed away at the point. But my uncle came, and all from both sides of the family. My uncles were there. My uncle on my mother's side, my Uncle Thomas, actually wasn't afraid to hold me. He was afraid to hold Derek because of how small he was and all his special tubes and all his special, we were considered special needs babies because I was a micropreemie, Derek was not. The doctor who delivered he was like, we were delivered the same baby, except I was slightly darker and tinier. My hair was dark then. My hair went red naturally when I was about 1. There's some pictures of me with bright red hair. I remember I was 2, 1.5. I had bright red. My dad has some pictures of this little redheaded girl. Anyway, my mom's second parents came in. My mom's childhood best friend's parents. And they said it's only family allowed to be here. This baby's dying. It's only family is allowed to be here. And my mom's second dad was like, excuse me, who do you think I am? And they looked at the man and assumed he wasn't related to me. And he was like, this is my granddaughter. And they're looking at my mother. They're looking at my father. They're looking at my grandmother. They're looking at my aunt. And then they're looking at his wife, my mom's second mom. They're looking at her. They're looking at her and they're like, okay. My mom even said, Dad, come here. Like, when they said he's not family, my mom said, yes, he is. And he even said, Dad, I'm the closest thing to grandfather that girl has. Like, I want to go see my granddaughter. Like, I came all the way here. I want to see my granddaughter. And they said, well, you're not biologically related, are you? Are you somehow adopted? And Mom said, no, but that's my best friend's parents. And I want Mom and Dad right here. So it kind of looked weird. Just because they were African American, they were kind of not going to let him in to visit me. Like, so, and they said they were worried to hold me and stuff. But they said, no. The doctors didn't want them to hold me. They said, nope. My mom's best friend's parents had a premature granddaughter born very similar to me who survived. Thank God she survived. Anyway, guys, my uncle, who I did other videos about, Uncle Joe, came. This is how beautiful I was. I was the cutest little girl in the whole nursery. God bless his soul. May he rest in heaven. I know my sister went to be with him, to be his caregiver. But anyway, that's the sad thing, guys. Rupert didn't even come to visit me. Sandra didn't even come. They wouldn't want to wear, and Lily actually didn't come. Lily was only a kid. I think they were still living in Philly at the time when I was born, too. Yes, they were still living here, but they were not aware that I was born, which is somehow, like, guys. Anyway, guys, I needed a couple blood transfusions to survive. I was born, I needed a couple of blood transfusions. Now, guys, there was a mix-up in the blood. My father donated the blood to be my blood donor. I got donor blood and contracted diabetes, they believe, from the donor blood. So, this time now, guys, in my family, this is a story for another day. It's not my story to tell. But my mother was very upset when she found this out. But, guys, after I got the blood, I went normal. They were able to turn me off all my machines. They thought I got healthy blood. I went off all my machines. I graduated in the middle of the night from the baby NICU to the regular NICU. Anyway, guys, I didn't tell my parents I graduated. Like, little graduation had, we graduated to the regular unit with the non-special needs babies. And they didn't tell my parents. And my mother walked in. They said my dad came to feed me 12 times a day because I get little tiny little bottles. I know the record. My father was an excellent father. He'd come in, let the doctors change and clean me. The nurses then they'd hand them to me whenever I needed to be fed. So that's where Daddy's love came from. Anyway, I was moved in the middle of the night, and they didn't tell neither one of my parents. Now, this should have been a lawsuit. They did this to me with Dad. Anyway, guys, my mother had assumed that I did not make it. Remember, guys, I was given 12 hours to live originally. 12. But each time I had made it 12, I had 24. To 24, I had 48. They kept upping it. So when my mother came to visit me, she'd assumed that I passed away. So now she's screaming and crying, falling on her knees, guys, as a future mother and a woman who wants to be a mom. That's absolutely heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Anyway, she demanded to know where my body was. And these doctors and nurses let her carry on and cry like this in my NICU unit before they told her I was in the regular nursery. Anyway, she's fallen to her knees. She's screaming. She's crying. Now she thinks her baby's dead. Her special baby is dead. Anyway, guys, they found out where it was. And they told my mom, want to go see your daughter? And she was like, she's alive. Carrie Ann's alive. What are you talking about? She went to see me. She went up there in my little heat shield, my little pamper, my little patch on my butt. I'm perfectly fine. And she's like, what? Also, guys, I was never supposed to learn to walk. I have a spinal condition. I'm just not going to talk about too much for a personal issue, but I have a spinal condition where I was born with a hole in my back. You guys know where the tail falls off in the womb from when to fertilize the egg. We'll have a little tail as little embryos. Anyway, when the tail falls off, it leaves a hole. But by the end of pregnancy, it closes. And your skin's also transparent to, I think, 28 weeks. Also, I was born at 25, guys, so I still had that hole in my back, and my skin was transparent. And I was basically just got out of the first stage. I don't look that cute, guys. My baby picture, I look really weird. I look gross, but it is me as a baby. If you guys want to hear more, like, birthday story times and, like, birth story times, I have a whole bunch of story times I could tell you guys about. But as I understand, guys, that some of this stuff may be personal to my family that I don't want to tell. Okay, guys, see you in my next upload video. That was all. Goodbye, guys. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Tell me down below if you guys survived any premium stuff. Hit that big bell. Be notified. Hit that big red subscribe button. Be notified every time I upload. Hit that bell. Be notified every time I upload as well. Bye-bye, guys.